Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this cute tiny, it's really tiny, it's like smaller than a nail, kiwi charm. So this is what it looks like on the back, this is what it looks like on the front. You could also, if you change the colours in the middle, this could be a passion fruit, maybe a pomegranate, something like that, or any fruit I guess that is round. You could do a tomato, like cut in half. So to make one of these you're going to need some size 11 seed beads in a brown colour for that edge. I'm using this rainbow brown, green for the middle, black for the seeds, and then white or cream, I'm using cream, for the very centre. You'll also need a jump ring or earring hook, depending what you're making, and then a beading needle. I'm using a size 12 beading needle with 6-pound fire line in crystal. So thread your needle onto your thread, and then you're going to pick up 3 of your brown beads, slide those down onto your thread until you've got about 4 inches left at the end, and then you're going to go up through that first bead to bring them together into a triangle like that. Then you're going to pick up another brown. Coming out of this one here, you're going to go up through the next one in that little circle of 3, picking up one. Now coming out of here, going through the next one in that circle, and one more for this row. Now we're coming out of here, you're going to go through the next one and up into the one above, because it's the end of the row and you need to step up into the row above like that. So you should have this. This time we're going to pick up 2 beads each time, picking up your first 2, coming out of here, skip over one and go through that next one. Picking up 2, now coming out of here, skip over one and through the next one. And again picking up 2. So now we're coming out of here, going to skip over one, through the next one and up into the one above as well. Like that. Okay, pull that through, pull it nice and tight. It will start to kind of curve up slightly. Now we're going to pick up 1. Coming out of this bead, you're going to go straight down through the one next to it. Keep that pulled nice and tight. Now picking up 1. Now we're coming out of this bead, you're going to skip that one underneath and go through the next one. Now pick up 1, coming out of here and go straight down through the next one. Now picking up 1, coming out of here, skip that one underneath and go through the next one. This time picking up 1, coming out of here and going straight down through the next one. Okay, now picking up 1, coming out of here, skipping over one, going through the next one and up into the one above. So like that. So I'm coming out of this one, I'm skipping that one, going into that one and then up into the one above. And then again, just pull that nice and tight. So you have this. Okay, this time we'll put in groups of 2 again, picking up 2. Coming out of this one, you're going to skip over one, go through the next one. Again, pick up 2. Oops. Skip over one, go through the next one. and again picking up 2, coming out of here, skip over 1, go through the next one. Picking up 2, skipping over 1, through the next one on the top row. Picking up 2, skipping 1 and through the next one, and then this is going to be our last group of 2 for this row. So we're coming out of here, it's getting a bit tight in here. Coming out of here, we're going to skip that one underneath, go through the next one and up into the one above as well. Like that. Make sure they sit nicely, pull it nice and tight. Now you should have this. Okay, this time picking up 1, coming out of this group of first bead in this group of 2, so go straight down through the next bead. Now pick up 1, skip over that one underneath and go into the next bead on the top row. Like that. Now picking up 1, and you're between a group of 2 again, so just going straight down through the next bead, so that bead slots in the middle of those, like that. Then picking up 1, skipping over 1 and going through the next bead. This time picking up 1 and going straight through the next bead. This time picking up 1, skipping over that one underneath and going through the next one. Okay, picking up 1, going straight down through the next bead. Picking up 1, skipping that one underneath and going through the next one. Picking up 1 and going straight down through the next bead. Picking up 1, skipping over 1 and going through the next bead. It's getting quite tight around here now. Picking up 1 and going straight through that next bead, and then the final bead of the row. So you're picking up 1, we're coming out of this bead here, it's getting a bit tight in here, but you're skipping this one underneath, going through the next one and the one above. Pull that through, pull it nice and tight, and you should have this. It might be a bit wavy like this, it doesn't matter. Okay, this time just regular peyote. So picking up 1, skipping over 1 through the next one. Pick up 1, skip over 1 through the next one. Picking up 1, skipping over 1 through the next one. So go ahead and do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more times. When we get to the last one, I'll show you how to step up. So I'm just adding that 9th bead in the same way, so skipping over 1 through the next one, but then you also need to move up through that one that's diagonally above. If you don't do that, you won't be in the right position to add more beads in the next row. So then pull it nice and tight, and you should have this, quite a cool like starburst pattern. Now we're going to do 3 more rows of that same thing, so every time picking up 1, skipping over 1, going through the next one. Picking up 1, skipping over 1, going through the next one. Pick up 1, skip over 1, through the next one. So you're going to do that again all the way around, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12 beads in total for each row. When you get to here, add your last bead in the same way and always step up into that bead above. It's the first bead we added in the row, and that means you're in position to add your next row. But go ahead and add all of your 12 beads for this row. Okay, so I've just added that last bead there, and I've stepped up into this bead here. So there's the one I just added, and I've stepped up, so that means I'm ready to add my next row. So there's 2 more rows to do of that same thing. So now you can speed ahead and go ahead and add 2 more rows, add in 12 beads, same thing every time, skip over one, go through the next one. When you get to the end of the row, don't forget to step up into the first bead, I should say, above. So go ahead and add 2 more rows and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, so then you should have this. So on the side, if you turn it sideways, you can see you've got these 12 beads that are on the top row, so they sit a little bit higher, and then you've got the ones underneath. You need to be coming out of one of those beads that's sitting in the second row down. So, and you want to be coming out of it towards the center of the kiwi rather than the outside like that. You want your thread to be coming out of the middle. So move down into one of those beads, sort of aiming your needle in towards the middle like that, so your thread is sitting this side rather than this side. So we have this. Now we're going to start adding our green beads. So picking up one of your green, so we're coming out of this one, you're going to skip that one that sits higher and you're going to go through the next one in that same row, that second row down. So skipping that bead on the top row and going through the next one. Again, pointing your needle into the middle. It's a bit fiddly and awkward, but it means that the bead will sit in the middle like that. And then same again, picking up one. Now coming out of here, skip that one and it's higher and go through the next one on the same row. So we have this, again picking up one, skipping the one that's higher and going through the next one on the same row. So we've got this, so you're going to go ahead and do that all the way around until you get back round to here. So you should add 12 beads in total. So go ahead and add your 12 beads and then I'll meet you back. So then you should have something that looks like this. It looks a little bit messy at the minute, and that is really tricky at some points to get through those beads. So if you've got this far, then you're doing really well, because that was really quite fiddly. So either you're coming out of one of these green beads if you've already stepped up, or you're coming out of the last brown bead that you went through, in which case you need to move up through that first green bead, the next one kind of along from where your thread's coming out of. So just make sure you're going through one of your green beads. Okay. Now we're going to pick up a green and go through the next 2 green beads here in the middle. And then again picking up a green and going through the next 2 green beads. And again picking up a green, going through the next 2 green beads. And again picking up a green, going through the next 2 green. And 2 more times. And last one, picking up a green, go through the next 2 green, and then that was the last bead in the row. So from here, move up into that next bead. Okay, pull that nice and tight. Now you should have this. Now we're going to switch to our black beads for the next row. So picking up one black, coming out of this one here, you're going to skip those two that were cinched together in the last row and go through the next single bead that is sitting towards the centre. And again, picking up one, skipping those two and going through that next single bead. Whoa. Same again, picking up one, skipping those two, going through that next single bead, green bead. And again, picking up one, same again, skip those two, through the next single one. And we're going to do that 2 more times. And up into that first black bead that we added. Okay, pull that nice and tight. Now we have this. So now what we're going to do is circle our thread through those 6 black beads to join all of those 6 together. So without adding any extra beads, just go through all of those. Pull that nice and tight. So we have this. Now picking up your one cream bead, you're coming out of this one here, so whichever one you're coming out of in this direction, you want to go into the bead opposite, so the third one around, in the same direction. So for me that's bottom to top, like that. Now back into that bead in the middle, and back into the bead on the other side, but through the side that it's not already connected to. So bottom again to top. Oops. Pull that through, and then we have this. That's our kiwi all finished. So this is what it looks like. And now to add the jump ring, I just add it on the top. I'm gonna move from this black bead through 2 green to get to the edge of the circle, into this brown bead that the green bead is already connected to. So I'm here, and then back through 1 more brown bead so that I'm on this 3rd row. So that's 1, 2, 3 rows back. You count diagonally. Then I just pick up my jump ring, coming out of this one, and I'm going to go into the next one on that same row, so it's, you know, the ones that are level. So through that one, like that. And then from here I'm going to move down through this one, so I'm here, up through this one, back up through this one, and back through my jump ring, and then back into the bead on the other side that we already connected the jump ring to, and do the same on this side. So using these 2 beads, so whichever one, up through one, back down through the other, back through here, just to make that nice and secure so that the jump ring's not going to slide off the thread. Like that. Back into the one on the other side that it's connected to, and then I'm going to move my needle now around and down towards the bottom, or the back side of the piece, just a little way like that. Doesn't matter where you are, I'm just going to tie a knot here, so catching the thread there, that to take my needle under the thread like that, that's connecting my bead to the next one along, pull that down to create a loop and go through that loop like through the bottom to the top, and I do it again. Pull that really tight till you feel it tighten, and then move on through a few beads again, pulling really tight so that knot disappears inside the bead. And then I'll tie another knot here in the same way and keep doing that until I feel like it's secure. And then before I cut my thread, I always weave away and around and away from where I tied my last knot so that it's less likely to unravel. I'm just going to cut that there. And then you can thread your needle onto your tail thread and do the same thing, and then we're all finished. So once you've tied off your threads, then that's your kiwi all finished. So this is what they turned out like. And this is the back. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you're able to make one of these. Please comment down below anything else you'd like to see. I'm going to be moving on towards autumn Halloween videos next, which I'm so excited for, so stay tuned for that and subscribe so you don't miss it. You can also become a member now to get early access to videos. I don't know, the info for all that is below somewhere or on my channel. And you can follow me on Instagram at Beading by Hannah to keep up with everything I'm doing in between. And like this video if you enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.